Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about veterinary service industry and what are the bookkeeping and accounting's role in this particular industry. Firstly, the veterinary service industry means the hospital industry for animals. This is what we call veterinary industry, and these are the few topics that we're going to cover in today's video. So guys, let's start with the first topic, that is your income tracking. In income tracking, you will need to keep track and you have to maintain and keep track of all the records of the incomes that you are having. Okay, all the streams of your income. The first will be your veterinary services. What are the services that you are providing to that veterinary related things, and the consultation, if you are giving them the consultation, then the fees of the consultation, and if there is any surgery of that particular pet, then the surgery income, and the medication and any other services that you've been offering or that your firm been offering, that all has to be recorded as per their categories in the income tracking to track your income. And next is the expense tracking. In expense tracking, you will need to record the sources of your expenses that you are doing. Okay, what can be your expenses? This, if you are utilizing if you are having a particular what we can say, if you are having a particular clinic, then the rent of that particular clinic, the utilities that you are doing in that clinic. Okay, and the instruments that you've been using at the time of the surgeries, this all will be your expenses. You have to keep track of all the expenses. Next is pet records. You have to maintain a database of the client information. Okay, the information of the client and the information of the pet and the details of that pet and what services you gave to that particular pet. You have to record all these things, and also you have to do the vaccination records. So there all we know that are some of the injections whether we give to the pets, like the rabies injection or anything infective injections or something. So you have to record all these vaccination records of them too. Okay. Next we'll talk about cash flow management. In this, you will need to keep a track record of all the cash that is inflowing into your business and the cash that outflowing in your business, and you have to make sure that there is enough liquidity to cover if happens to be an unexpected expense, or if happens to be an overhead expenses. So you have to be ready for that, and for that you will need to manage a good cash flow. Next, we'll talk about the tax compliance. In tax compliance, you will need to stay updated on the tax regulations specific to your industry. Okay, you have to make sure that you do timely payments of the tax, and you are recording all the tax deductions and exemptions. Now we touch base the inventory management. What is inventory management? If your clinic having some pet products, okay, some toys or some of the other products of your pets, you have to keep record of all these things. Okay, you will need to implement a particular system that will monitor all these stocks, and that will identify the fast moving items. What are the fast moving items at your clinic? And this inventory management will help you to avoid the overstocking or stock outs of the things that you've been used in your business. Next, we'll talk about payroll and employee benefits. You will need to maintain a accurate payroll record for your employees. That will include their wages, their salary means, and the taxes that you've been paying on them, and the benefits. What are the benefits your employees been having, their perks and everything like that. And also you will need to keep track of all their insurances, like if they are having any health insurance by a firm, or if they are having any retirement plans, that you have to make sure and have a track record of all those things. Next, we'll touch base the bank reconciliation. In bank reconciliation, you will need to reconcile your bank statement with your financial records. Okay, specific to your business. Okay, and from doing this, you will gain an insight if there is any error or not. Next, we'll talk about budgeting and financial planning. In budgeting and financial planning, you will need to develop a budget. Okay, you will need to develop a financial plan for your clinic. How will your clinic work? How will you do the forecasting for your business? Okay, you will need to compare your actual financial performance against the budgeted, that what you have budgeted, the financial thing, You have to do this comparison to gain an insight if there is any need to do some adjustments, or if there is any need to do some improvements. Okay, you have to do these things for your financial and financial planning. Sorry. Next, we'll talk about software utilization. What are the softwares that you can utilize for all this record keeping and bookkeeping? So there are some of the tailored softwares specifically made for this veterinary services, and these have some specific designs or specific features related to this. So you can use some of the softwares for accounting and bookkeeping in your particular industry. Now let's talk about some of the key performance indicators that will show the growth and track success of this industry. The first indicator will be client retention rate. What is client retention rate? It means the percentage of the client that are retaining to your firm, or that been taking services to your firm at from a over specific period of time. Okay, and if there is a high retention rate, means that your customers are very satisfied with your services. Next, we'll talk about average transaction value. So what is average transaction value? Means this indicator will calculate the average amount of money a client spend during a visit, during a particular visit. So this will calculate in this indicator. Next indicator is customer lifetime value. This indicator will measure the total revenue of your clinic expect to earn from a particular or from a individual client through your relationship of this service based thing. Next is appointment conversion rate. This indicator will measure the percentage of the appointment that made the result into the actual visit. Some of the people have booked an appointment that then they are actually visiting for that appointment. Many people cancel. So this is very crucial indicator. And next is occupancy rate. This indicator will measure the percentage of the time that your staff occupy, that your staff been servicing in your firm with their billable activities. So this will be the occupancy rate indicator. Next indicator is number of new client indicator. This indicator will track the number of the new clients acquired within a specific period of time. How many new clients that you have acquired on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. This indicator will measure that thing. Next indicator is patient visit per day, month or week. Okay, how much patient been visiting you daily, monthly or weekly. So this indicator will measure the average number of patients that visit you in the given time period. And now we'll talk about client satisfaction score indicator. This indicator will measure the client satisfaction through some of the surveys or through some of the feedback forms. So if there is a high satisfaction level of your customers, then it is very positive experience for them, and they are happy with your services. Next, we'll talk about profit margin indicator. This is very crucial indicator when it comes to any business. Okay, so in this indicator will measure the profitability of your different services or the different products that you offer to them. Okay, it will help you to identify the most profitable service, or it will also help you to identify to optimize your pricing strategies according to the feedbacks or according to their profit margins. Next is preventive care compliance. So this indicator will measure the percentage of the client that following your preventive care recommendations. What some of the recommendations you are doing, that don't use cold water, or don't use this thing, don't use these things, that what are the we are suggesting to our clients, then what are they following it regularly or not. This will measure in the preventive care compliance indicator. And here at Meru we have a team of experts that do all this accounting and bookkeeping for the veterinary service industry, and we have some of the tailored softwares that do all these things. We do a flawless accounting and bookkeeping when it comes to this industry. So that was all for the today's video. Thank you guys, and have a nice day.